In the spirit of the Irish, who appreciate a good story, and of critical pedagogy, which emphasizes the social power of the personal narrative, I hope to frame this capstone video as a story, as a weaving of my personal identity into my experience in the MAT as a whole, and my summer service at the Northern Irish Peace and Reconciliation Organization, Corrymeela, and in my budding career as a teacher. So, if this is a story, I'll start with my purpose. Again and again throughout the MAT, as well as in the intentional community with whom I lived at Corrymeela, I've returned to my purpose residing in relationship. This summer, thanks to an interview I heard with the teacher and theologian Richard Rohr, and in conjunction with my time at Corrymeela, I've begun framing my meaning-making and relationships using the two distinct Greek words for time, chronos and kairos. Chronos is sequential time, surface time. It's the minutes and hours on a clock. Chronos is bell schedules and curriculum mapping. It's looking forward to Friday and having 8 weeks of summer break. So that is to say, as teachers, as in most professions, as in life, chronos is essential. We couldn't live without it. Without the structure of chronos, our lives would be amorphous and utterly confusing. Kairos, on the other hand, is deep time. Kairos is the bigger picture, or the deeper meaning. It's the moments when we may glimpse some full circles or pieces fitting together in our lifetimes or far beyond our lifetimes. Kairos is the webbing of meaning which both underlies and defies the ticking of the chronos clock. In moments of awe, kairos prevails and chronos becomes insufficient. As both a person and as a teacher specifically, I want to tap into deep time more and more intentionally. We can coexist in chronos and kairos. Right now, for example, I'm hiking about 7 kilometers further and I have a bus to catch at exactly 8:52 p.m. And tomorrow I have a flight at precisely 4:10 p.m. And simultaneously, in deep time, I'm immersed in the wonder and awe and beauty of being in this place. Richard Rohr calls this peering into deep time the practice of contemplation. Peering behind the minutes and the sequences of events to perhaps catch a glimpse or a feeling of the deeper meaning of what's really going on here. As we've talked about a good number of times in the MAT, a student's behavior may be disruptive or challenging or even maddening on the surface of time, but we know, at least we try to know, that behind every challenging behavior is an unmet need. So kairos, the observing, discerning, contemplative state, is a tool to help me step into the frame of mind in which I may discern what those unmet needs are. Through contemplation of kairos, I may also grow in my recognition of what a student's behavior triggers in me. And by recognizing and stepping outside of those emotional reactions, I can hopefully grow in my equanimity to all students. And maybe, if only for glimpses, I can also perceive what purpose that student may serve in my life, and I in theirs. This nuanced articulation of time between chronos and kairos and the pursuit of meaning and understanding through Kairos is part of who I am. It's part of my identity, my teaching identity. This distinct articulation of time is a metaphor through which I may better serve my students, my loved ones, myself. It's a metaphor through which I can stay rooted in my purpose in teaching, which is to play a meaningful role in the lives of students, however small that may be.